Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our second live online session here out of the Aeoon headquarters in beautiful Kramsach, Austria. We were very impressed and totally overwhelmed about the feedback we got from you on our first session. And I would like to welcome today a very international crowd. Today we will have visitors from all over the world. I would like to welcome Australia, Japan, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, and for just the mentioned one of you, I would like to apologize for the hour today. And I promise you, on our next sessions, we will add another session for you on a way more convenient time. Please welcome Turkey, South Africa, of course Europe, Servus to Brazil, good morning to Mexico, good morning to Lima, Peru. A very warm and special welcome to our friends and partners in the United States. In particular, our company, Aeoon North America, with its CEO, Rich Thompson, and his team. Thank you very much for your support and all of your help. As you might know, on those live sessions, you have the possibility to ask live questions. On the other hand of the computer is my colleague, John Lee, who is happy to answer all of your questions during this session today. So, ladies and gentlemen, micro it is, and let me introduce our COO, Mrs. Denise Grimm.
Thank you, Flo.
So, Denise, as I just mentioned, we have a very international crowd today, so there is no pressure on you. You don't have to be nervous, but I'm pretty sure you do it, as always, very professional. Denise, kick it off.
Thank you, Flo. Now I'm nervous, but I hope that I do a good job. And I'm very happy that we have the possibility to go ahead with our live streams after this very positive feedback from last week. So this session will be the first one from a couple we are planning to do. So this week we would love to introduce and show you our micro series. Next week we are planning to introduce the compact to you, and the week after the link. And then we will come up with more additional dates for you and sessions. Beside that, you can still book your one-to-one sessions where we are able to print your designs and make a session which really belongs to you. So I would like to start to show you the micro. We introduced the micro at the ISS this year, 2020, in Long Beach, and we are really proud to offer a new machine equipment to our customer base. Before, the biggest model was the Kaio with industrial and high output. The micro should be a machine which is able to use for startup companies and smaller businesses as well, or for larger production companies who want to have a bunch of machines. This machine, we built it especially on a request from one of the largest producers worldwide, and we can see it running at the moment. So the micro has two printing stations with a printing size from 40 to 45 centimeters on each pallet. We can see here the configuration with 8 heads, that means CMYK and 4 white heads. And if you print full size with 2 printing stations, you can achieve an output around 65 pieces per hour. Another configuration which is available would be with 6 print heads, CMYK, and 2 white print heads. The output with the 6-head configuration would be around 45 pieces per hour. We can see here how Marcel is taking off the shirt and will reload the machine. In the meanwhile, the machine prints on the other side. So we are printing first the white layer and then CMYK layer on top. So we are reloading here at the moment, and then you can keep up with a continuously output. The size of the machine is 2 meter to 1.7 to 1.5 meter, so it's really small. And I do apologize that I don't know the inches, but my best friend Google will help you out, I'm pretty sure. So you can see we are printing in the meanwhile. Today with me is my lovely colleague Marcel. Yeah, he's printing with us, and behind the scenes is Janus, like on the last live session.
Hello. Hello.
And I'm really happy that he's again with me to that tour. Wonderful. So I would like to start from the beginning, Jannis. Yeah? And the beginning for me is that I would like to talk a bit more about our ink. We are using a water-based pigment ink, which is GOTS and Oeko-Tex certified. You can print on cotton, mixed cotton, which means 50% cotton and polyester or viscose. You can print on dry blends, on polyester as well. But to start the printing process, you either need to use and order ready-to-print shirts, which are available with t-shirts, hoodies, bags already, or polos, or you need to pre-treat your garments. To do that, we developed also a machine, we called it BTB. You can see it on my left-hand side. We have here a spraying area from 1 meter up to 3 meter. And here also it's high enough to pre-treat t-shirts, hoodies, jeans, towels, whatever you would love to pre-treat. We equipped the machine with a very, very big touchscreen. It's easy to use. We have up to 30 nozzles. You can adjust the spraying size, the height, the length, whatever is needed. You can print and pre-treat, of course, only, for instance, the pocket area. You can preset if you want to pre-treat a dark shirt, a colored shirt, a white shirt. You can adjust here the speed of the pre-treatment machine. We can go up to 10 meters per minute, and you can also adjust the amount of the pre-treatment what you would like to lay down. Jannis, can you also show us the tanks? So we have 4 tanks on the machine. 3 are filled with different pre-treatments. We have 1 for light and white garments and 1 for colored and dark. 1 you could use for polyester pre-treatment and 1 is for water. Because it's a fully automated machine, it cleans by themselves, pre-treats by themselves if you set it up. You can also connect this machine to a scanner system. Jannis, can we go around and show the nozzle bar, how the setup is? Perfect. So we can see here that the machine is kept in a special cleaning liquid. It goes fully automated, and we can see how it will be in a second, because Marcel will give us a hand and we'll switch the machine on and we will pre-treat a shirt for you. And here in the front there is a part, from below comes air, so this part is in front of the dryer and the shirt will be lifted directly into the dryer. We put the machine here to film it better and show it to you how this works. And Jannis, can you please hold the microphone for a second? So we can see here at the moment the machine is preparing. We just push the start button. Now the belt starts and Marcel is putting on the t-shirt into the belt. And then there is a laser system here below which detects where the t-shirt is when it starts, so that we can make sure that the pre-treatment will be sprayed on the correct size. Now the shirt comes out and you can see also how it sprays, how many nozzles we activated, and then we have to lift it. Thank you, Marcel. I wanted to do it, but it's very nice that you do it. And then it goes into the dryer. So, but normally the position is in front of the dryer. It goes directly into the dryer, so one person is feeding the BTB. It goes through the dryer, is in the dryer around 1 minute, and then afterwards we have a colander press or a heat press, whatever you prefer, so you could skip the heat press process. And just before we go back to the micro in a second, we would love to show you where we are. So we are located in the wonderful Alps in Kramsach, 1 hour far away from Munich, half an hour far away from Innsbruck. You can see a very nice skiing area, just 5 minutes far away from us. It's also really beautiful for hiking, and we are more than happy to welcome you after Corona to be with us for a one-to-one session, and then afterwards we are also happy to enjoy our area with you. So, but now we are going back to the micro and show you the RIP software. So how we handle the image. So you receive an order either through an online-based system or per email, whatever. There are 2 ways to RIP the file. Either you do that automatically or manually. I would like to show you briefly how that works manually, and then I will tell you a few words about the automation, and then we go back to the printer where Marcel is printing. So here I would like to show you the RIP software. you can see that we just put few images already in the RIP software. It's just take and drop, and then the image pops up. We have different environments. Janis, please have a closer look. Thank you. So you can click there, and then you can select if you need to print on a black shirt, navy shirt, green shirt, red. For instance, you select it. You can see the K8 means 8 print heads, and the past is what we are printing. So we selected that we want to print on a black shirt. Our RIP software is deducting the color from the shirt. So that means we are not printing black on black. We are saving a lot of ink cost, also due to the fact that we are printing with a smart underbase. So you select the environment. You can also, with the environment, it's automatically here the possibility that we set up a highlight and a choke. Yeah, you can also adjust it if needed, but normally if you profile once, all the setups are there with the choke, with the highlight, with the fuzziness. Fuzziness means how we also apply the ink onto the shirt. And then the only thing, what you really need to do is first of all selecting the environment, and then here selecting the size. And I just typed it in 40 centimeters, can be 20 centimeters. The other size will be automatically adjusted as well. And then you only need to push here the print button, and it will be ripped either directly to the machine or to a hot folder. Another thing what I would like to mention is if you go to options, there is a possibility that you can set up the ink costs. And then it pops up, and here you can put in your ink costs. Either you put in the plain ink costs or also with your labor cost, rental costs, whatever. And then here you can see how much the shirt you're going to print costs you. You can see the whole consumption of CMYK and also white, and you can see the image here as well. Just a second, I have to close it, that it pops up. So you can see here, this image would cost you X amount of dollar or euro. And this is the ink consumption. What I showed you right now was the manual way to do it. There would be also a possibility to totally automate it. So you don't need to touch any of these pictures. Everything can be fully automated. And just to give you a brief overview, here on my right hand side, this could be a possible setup. You get the order through your homepage. Then, with the help of an XML file, it will be directly ripped into a hot folder or a server. And then, with a scanner, the image pops up at the machine, or it's in the queue of the printer itself. And then you can combine it also with embroidery machines, with screen printing machines, whatever is in your printing portfolio. You can control the whole process, quality control, packaging, shipping. Everything can be totally equipped with workflow automation, which is also available from one of our partners. The workflow automation is the whole part, or you can also work just with an XML and hot folder version of the RIP software, depending on your needs. So now we rip the image. The image is, like I just mentioned, on a server or on the machine directly. And what is the next step? Here at the micro, we have the latest version of the software. You can see here our QE. All the images which are already ripped and on the machines are popping up here. You can see the image itself and also the icons for 1 or 2 or 3 on the bigger machines axis. These printing stations are totally independent. That means on printing station 1 you can print with the 40 to 45 centimeter palette, and on the second you can print with a back palette, for instance. And you can feed the machine just with pushing the button, and then it pops up in the individually print queue. You can also feed the machine here when you push the main picture, and it goes into the main queue, which means that you're using both queues for the same print job. You can adjust the position, you can center it, you can select here also different palette sizes if needed. You can also put in a number where the position should be if you are printing on a pocket, for instance, or on a bag. It's very easy. You can see how many passes you're printing. The quantity can be 1, 20, 100, whatever you need to do. This is just one new function of our new software. We have easier way to do the nozzle test and also a faster way to make the alignment. But there are much, much more functions than that. The new software is easy to connect with other interfaces as well. And this is the main point for me, especially if we're talking about automation, which is essential and helpful for you. So we see that we also are able to print on a white shirt and on a black shirt at the same time. It doesn't matter if it's a red, blue shirt or a pullover or a bag, what you are doing at the same time. So Jannis gave us a close-up from the white shirt. So Marcel needs to put it here, just a second. We will feed the machine with another shirt, and after this print is ready, we would like to show you how to change a pallet, because this is very interesting as well. It's super easy. We are using a pneumatic function, a valve which just opens. If you push a button, you need to lift the pallet up, close it again, select a new pallet, and then you are ready to go. So we are printing now the white shirt. We can do it, just print the white one, and then we can lift the black shirts up, and in the meanwhile we can show then. So this is the disadvantage of not having a wireless microphone. So just give me a second, let us finish. Here, this is the main screen, and there are different functions: print area, maintenance, service, settings. Maintenance setting is very helpful as well. You have to do a couple maintenances. There's a daily, weekly, and yearly and half a year maintenance. It's very easy. Just need to wipe the heads every day before you start with your shift. You need to check the ink amount on your ink drums, and this is everything you will find here in the maintenance mode. But then you can see here change pallets, and you can see both axes, the left axis and the right axis, and we can see the pallet what is activated at the moment. Which one you would like to change, the right or left one?
The right one, please.
Okay, so I just need to push the button, and now it's unlocked. So just we will see how we feed it. It's unlocked. The valve is open here. You can see it. He lifted it up. So just a second, Marcel, a bit slower. You are too fast for us. And then you can see here's few holes, and there's a pin, and we just need to put the holes into the pin. Exactly. So perfect. Thank you very much. And now he feeded the machine with a different pallet. You can select the size on the screen, just lock again, and you are ready to go. But we would like to change back, so we can see, Marcel, just a second, we are ready, perfect. Very easy to lift up and to exchange the pallet. Our pallet range is very huge. We have more than 30 standard pallets, and maybe Jannis, you can show it quickly. We have hoodie pallets, we have neck label pallets, standard size, baby size with neck label pallets, and this is an awesome pallet. You can print, and Jannis, we can show it at the compact, it's feeded here. You can print on the neck side and at the front at the same time, and here you see the baby neck pallet. It's awesome. You don't lose time, you can print two things in one step, but we have a double sleeve pallet, we have a shoe pallet, we have a baby pallet, back pallet, whatever you want. If you want a pallet which is not in our range, we are more than happy to create one for you. So I would love to introduce you to our CEO and founder, Angelo Schiestel. And come to me. Hello, Angelo.
Hello.
And
Hello, world.
I'm more than happy that you are explaining the machine to us technically wise. You designed it, and I think there's no better person to do it than you. So I would like to handle the microphone over to you.
Right, thank you. Hello again. I will give you a brief overview over the components we the reason why we certain small size and functionality of the machine. You know, although the machine is even the smallest industrial digital printing machines in the market, the machine is built on a very high quality level. So we are running contact-free linear motor systems. Everything is built on a high quality level. The materials we are using are specially built for the requirements. So everything which is in contact, or which could be in contact with liquids, is made out of stainless steel. The carriage itself carries a cooling system. It also carries a temperature control system. We have a measurement system for humidity level, temperature, and pressure. On the back side, follow me real quick. As you can see, the whole machine is covered. Everything that is required to run the machine is inside the machine. Bulking system, or locally in the back of the machine. There is nothing which is outside the machine disturbing the production process. So, come with me. As you can see, the machine is still printing.
What is the lifetime of the machine?
The lifetime of the machine. So the components we have 15 the argument at me. The truth is, maybe wearing the same shoes. I cannot afford buying a milling machine and risking a leakage in the production. That's the reason why I'm so focused on quality. The last part is, ergonomically, the machine is made to, how should I say, to be used for every size. So even a tall guy like or a small guy like myself can print on the machine. And thank you, Florian. Yeah, and the size is beautiful. So there is also an option to run the machine in a cluster, so more than one machine in a row. I personally like the idea that, even if you don't have a lot of space, you can use it more or less in a garage. So nothing more to say. I will handle the microphone back. We call it pushel to Denise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angelo.
Hi guys.
What I forgot to mention before, we are using industrial print heads. Yeah, they have a native resolution from 600 dpi up to 2400, depending on what you would like to print, but basically it's always 600 dpi what we are printing. We can feed the machine with JPEGs, PDFs, EPS, a huge variation of file formats. And to finalize our session, I would like to show you a few prints and we can film through. Janus, that would be great. Marcel, we would like to thank you in the meanwhile for your help and attendance. Thank you. We are able, like I mentioned before, to print on cotton, mixed fibers. We have also a flatbed series and we can print on leather and wood as well. But just to show you few samples we prepared here, few for you, you can see, for instance, pullover, colored t-shirts, black t-shirts, bags, towels, polyester. And the reason why, Janus, can you focus on that briefly? I love to show that the quality and the output is the same. It doesn't matter if you print on a gray shirt, on a red shirt. You can handle that if you use the right profiles. You always have the same color output and quality. Very good. Can you also make a close-up from the businessman? You can see all these fine details, his beard, the hair on his ears, the skin. It's a very amazing skin color. You can print photorealistic images, grayscales, skin colors. spot colors without any problems with our machine setup and RIP software. Wonderful. Thank you very much for your attendance and that you took the time today to be a part of our live stream. I'm more than happy, and it would be such a pleasure for us to welcome you here in Austria. And we would love to say goodbye and hope to see you soon. Stay healthy and take care. Thank you very much.